We have our U.S. election panel back for reaction to how the results have developed since yesterday. Avis Jones-Weaver is the editor-in-chief of Max Black's Politics, and Anita McBride is the former assistant to U.S. President George W. Bush. Great to have you both. I'm really enjoying this, getting to chat with you every day. This is fantastic. I want to get both of your reaction. Lots to talk about, too. How we've seen these votes break down so far. Of course, they are still being counted. According to the exit polls, 57% of white voters supported Trump, compared to 42% for Biden. Black voters overwhelmingly, it seems, supported Biden, 87% there, compared to 12% for Trump. And Biden winning 66% of Hispanic and Latino voters, compared to 32% for Trump. Are these results a surprise to anybody? I'm going to start with you, Avis. You were shaking your head. Why?
Yeah, I mean, it's not particularly a surprise writ large. I know that many people were expecting a larger portion of white women, for example, to support Joe Biden. We know that in the last election, 53% did, in fact, support Trump. It seems as in this particular election, 55% did. So they actually increased their share of white women voters, leading to that total white percentage that you just saw. Also surprising is we just disaggregate the sort of black vote there. We saw a large increase in black male support of Donald Trump. He was able to pull about 18% of the black male vote, which is largely unprecedented. And so those are two surprises that we see in that data that's maybe a little hidden when you just look at it with race writ large. But when you look at it by race and gender, there are some real interesting gems that's in that data that deserves some further analysis.
Avis and Anita, I want you to jump in too, but in just a second, because I want to pull those numbers apart a little bit. That's data that I find really interesting, the support for black men to Donald Trump and the 55% of white women who are supporting Donald Trump. Anita, I'd love to hear your comments on that first.
Well, I do think that it bears further examination when this election, of course, is over, and what were the reasons to increase that vote. I think the other thing, too, out of this is, what did the pollsters miss in all this time in leading up to the election, that this was not really trending or accounted for?
Where does this draw to President Trump come for this 55% of white women? Is it that they're choosing Donald Trump or they're rejecting Joe Biden?
Asking me?
Yeah, Anita, go ahead.
Yeah, okay. I'm not sure. You know, it's hard to really reject Joe Biden. This is a good guy. People feel comfortable with him. They know who he is. But clearly there has to be something about the president's message or his policy, taking aside his rhetoric, but his policies, that they feel more aligned, with them, and some of the things that he has supported, perhaps pro-life issues, economic issues over other issues, may be speaking to some of these voters more.
Avis, you want to jump in?
Yeah, to me, I think what happened here that the pollsters missed is there was an expansion of the electorate. And this is something that I have been preaching like, a Baptist preacher to the Democrats forever. And it seems like, to be perfectly honest, that the Trump campaign really gets it and does it really well. He understands the power of playing to his base and then looking to expand the electorate by like-minded people who may not have voted previously.
Then now, let me ask you then, what did Donald Trump say that expanded his base to include black men?
This was very interesting. To be perfectly honest, I think that there was a lot of shenanigans that was going on with the black community. You remember in the 2016 election, there was a lot of finagling with Russian meddling, with Cambridge Analytica. There were bots all over the place. And so this time, not only was there a continuation of a lot of bot activity that was pretending to be black people. There's a lot of evidence around that was specifically targeting messaging towards black men on social media. I also believe there was a lot of sugaring that was going on with a lot of black male celebrities that had large followings, including a Kanye West, to run his faux presidential campaign. So all of those things were specifically targeting the black male vote, and it looks like about 20% of them fell for it.
Well, can I add one thing to
really
that?
Quickly,
though?
sure,
I do
Nita.
think there are some legitimate things like the First Step Act that spoke to lots of people in the Black community and critics of the president who gave him some credit for that. Plus, the RNC has spent finally some more time and money on investigating or really trying to recruit more women, more minorities, and get their interest in the policies of the party.
All right, we are going to have to leave it there. Guys, we only got past question 1, so I guess we're going to have to bring you back
it's a lot.
tomorrow.
Let's keep talking.
Listen, well, we're still counting, so as long as they're counting, we'll keep talking. Thanks to you both.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching. If you like this, be sure to subscribe here.
And you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.